Hi. So, yesterday I went to work and I've been a bit sick lately and everyone was like, wow, you look refreshed and glowing and oh, you look like your old self again. Oh, you're fine now, aren't you? And I'm like, I really did a good job with my makeup. So I thought I'd share it back with you. Yeah, first thing I did was use the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray on my face. Oh, I should mention, this was a Friday. So Friday, generally I go out after work. So what I do is, I do a different routine with my face so that it's prepared to be changed on the go. I think the next thing I did was some primer. As I'm trying to keep my skin from going oily, everything's quite light layers. So just a little bit on my problem areas. I have a pimple coming up. Anyway. Okay. The next thing I did, which I think is what everyone was saying, you look amazing, you look really glowy, like your face is, you look really happy through the eyes, that was one saying, was this. Estee Lauder Idealist Even Skin Tone Illuminator. I don't know what that says, it's in French. Yeah, I got it as a sample when I bought a foundation because they had like a little bag of stuff. That's the applicator. What I did is I just ran a little bit here and here. Touch on my nose, like a touch. A little bit on my forehead. Cupid's bow and here. And just tap that in, and then just sort of, like a banana, like a C, that's a better way of saying it. Just do this, and then a little bit underneath my brow. So you can already see that it's a little bit glowy in these areas. And then I just use the finger that I haven't used and just sort of, I don't know, rub it in a bit more. Just because I don't want it to be clumpy or like high shine in one spot, but not anywhere else. So you're wondering what I'm getting ready for? I'm going out to lunch or brunch with my friend, as always, on a Saturday. It's a bit overcast here today. Now, this is my Holy Grail foundation. I've said it before, but I've never liked liquid foundation until this came along into my life. It pretty much changed my life. Like, let's not be light with this. Let's give it the full hog. I'm committing to this. It changed my life. Didn't even drink last night and I've got a raspy. Anyways, I'm just patting some on in the areas that I need probably the most coverage. Buffing brush. Okay. It just makes you look prettier, and you can still sort of see the glow underneath my skin. Oh wait. Next, Mercier Deluxe Crease Brush to conceal pimples. I don't think this will ever change either. It's my like holy grail. Holy grail. The next thing I did was my eye makeup because I don't know if I said this before, but I often like do my base, do the tricky bit of whatever my face is going to be, and then take the rest in my bag and do it on the train because so anyway, I'm always running late. A little bit of I think this is Wedge by MAC. I also took this quad in my bag. But I took Wedge by MAC and just put it above where my crease is to make me look like I have deeper set eyes. It was just to create like a shadow. Honestly, like you wouldn't even think it was eyeshadow. So I just, and then just see how I have, like I can see like a little shadow there. That's what I was just trying to imitate. The other part of my tricky look that I had to do was the actual eyeliner. Now, because if you look at me straight on, like, I really don't have much lid space, especially when I'm talking normally like this. Like, you don't really see much lid space. It's quite taken up. So if I put eyeliner the whole way across, it just closes in my eyes because on top of that sits this flap of skin. I don't know what the technical term is for it. So anyway, I normally keep my eyeliner from midpoint out and just stick to really close so that you can see a little bit of my lid above it. It's a bit hard. Now, a tip. I can always do one eye better than the other, which is this eye. Like yesterday, I did this eye amazingly. I was like, that's the perfect width. Like, the line was super thin. It was the right angle going out because I flicked it out just a tad. Went to do this eye. Oh, holy Jesus. The whole of my lid was covered. And with this stuff, it dries quite quickly. It's Bobbi Brown's black ink, long word, gel highlighter. It dries quite quickly, and then to get it off, you're like rubbing and you hurt your eye. And so my tip is, and this is something I'm going to live by now, do the crap eye first, because you'll take more time doing this and be concentrated, and then you can just quickly do this eye, because you feel so much more pressure when you know you're doing this shit eye and you're shit at doing it. So anyway, I'm going to start here, and I just lay like the tip of the brush down, and I'm really like pushing it into the lash line, and I just made a dot for no reason. So I do this with my eye open because that's how it's going to look when I actually have my eyes open. I know it's easier to shut your eye and draw it, but when you're only working with a little bit of space, I think it's easier to do with your eye open. It's so easy to get carried away. And now I did flick it out a little bit, so my tip is like just angle it the same way your eye comes up and just I only wanted a touch on the flick. That's probably even more than I did yesterday. How do I keep getting dots everywhere? Okay. So that's like that's the start of the flick. And all you do is you just join here to here so it sort of looks a bit filled in. Crap, this has now become my crap eye. So anyway, I mucked up the good eye that I can always do, as I just raved about. So what I do is I just lick a cotton tip and just... What I do is I don't just drag it back, I spin it I spin it clockwise up my finger just so it starts like a rolling motion. To set the liquid liner, I used a little bit of black eyeshadow because it lasts longer, and it's so true because I did it yesterday and it lasted longer. And last week I wore this and it freaking rubbed off. I used a little bit of Carbon by MAC up here, which is just a matte blank. And I just sort of tapped it in just to set it. So brush through my brows. Because I didn't have a lot of eye makeup on and I had quite a strong long lash line on, I did fill in my brow with a bit of Amiga eyeshadow, which is this one. And I'm not going to make them red because my hair is not red. Like, it is red, but it's not. It's Rang, but it's not like bright orange, so I can fill them in with like a bit of a dusty colour. Anyway, curled my eyelashes. I used the Chanel Inimitable Intense mascara because I just wanted like nice lashes, but I didn't want because I knew I was going out later on. I was going to pack on the mascara later, and I didn't want to do that during the day because it just looks too much. Like, you don't want to look like you're going out for Friday night at Friday morning at 9 AM. I like this mascara. Before I left for the train, I set my foundation with the decay spray because I knew I'm not taking this with me on the train. Ugh. I don't know why I have to hold my own face there. That's stupid. That still tastes disgusting. You would think I'd learn to shut my freaking mouth and during that. So let me be dewy for a second. Still drying. Really need time. So the blush I used, I wanted a natural brush because I had quite a little eye going on. It was like Ginergly by MAC, and I'll do a heavy swatch for you. It looks terracotta on my wrist, but It looks quite nice on the cheek. Alright, where the frick is my brush? Oh, it's right next to me. How stupid. So I just took like one tap and then shook it off. Shake it off, shake it off. I'll just need to give my skin a few minutes to settle and then it'll be fine. And I think I just used a little bit of, like I put some lip balm on, which is this crappy Skin Solution vanilla lip balm. Just like a chapstick. Nothing amazing. But I put a little bit of Max Luster Lovelorn. I feel like this is my lip colour but a bit pinker. It doesn't really look like I've had lipstick on, but I just I'm just gonna quickly fix up my hair because it smells and it's stuff, and let my makeup settle, and then you can see the final look. I forgot a step of something that I think made me look a lot more awake, because I used a bit of under eye concealer, which I don't normally do. I did use my finger and I just sort of pushed it in here and swept it around. So I just got up to look in the mirror to see how I looked, and I think I did actually a little bit less of a line, because this is quite dramatic for me. So this is the final look. I had like curly tousled hair, and I think this little bit of a shine here really gave people the illusion that I felt a lot better than I was. I hope you enjoyed and have a nice day. Bye!